This is some guidance in reading the California Public Resources Code. As you may be aware, California's statutes are contained in 29 separate codes. And the 22nd one, alphabetically, is the Public Resources Code. Now, all 29 of these codes have general provisions that assist in the reading and interpretation of the sections of this particular code. The following are some of the general provisions in California's PRC, or Public Resources Code. Section 1 says that this act is known as the Public Resources Code. Section 2 specifies that the provisions of this code, insofar as they're substantially the same as existing provisions relating to the same subject matter, are to be construed as a restatement and a continuation and not as a new enactment. Section 5 says, unless the context requires otherwise, the general provisions set forth here govern the construction of the Public Resources Code. Section 6 says that division, part, chapter, article, and section headings contained are not to be deemed to govern, limit, modify, or in any manner affect the scope, meaning, or intent of the provisions of any division, part, chapter, article, or section. Section 7 specifies that whenever the provisions of this code that an administrative power is granted to a public officer or a duty imposed upon that officer, then the power may be exercised or the duty performed by a deputy of that officer. Section 8 says that writing includes any form of recorded message capable of comprehension by ordinary visual means. Section 9 specifies that when any reference is made to any portion of this code, that the reference applies to all amendments and additions. Section 11 states that the present tense includes the past and future tenses, and the future tense includes the present. Section 12 says that the masculine gender includes the feminine and neuter. Section 12.2 defines the term spouse to include a registered domestic partner. Section 13 specifies that the singular number includes the plural and the plural includes the singular. Section 15 says the term shall is mandatory and may is permissive. Section 16 defines the term oath to include an affirmation. And finally, Section 18 says that if any provision of the code is held invalid, then the other provisions, the remainder of the code, shall not be affected by that particular invalidity.